Okay, so being a trader can really suck at times, especially if you're losing a lot of money or
almost there. Babe, go ahead and get the cake. It's about to Maybe fifth, I'm sorry. This Drew Gooden channel, as you guys have come to know it, wasn't my first attempt at YouTube. You see, after accidentally creating this website about 13 years ago while trying to hack into RuneScape, I figured, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Post a video or two, or 27. But you gotta remember, I was 12 when I uploaded these videos back in 2006. I didn't have video ideas. I didn't have a sense of humor. But what I did have was Japanese dubbed Kingdom Hearts 2 cutscenes that I would edit fake English subtitles over in an attempt at comedy, which was probably unsuccessful. Now, I've been saving this for a while. I haven't watched any of these videos in at least 5 or 6 years, so I don't really know what to expect. I'll go ahead and throw this out there now. I probably said some words in these videos that I shouldn't have said at the time, like retard, gay, the other word people use for gay. But before you pull out your pitchforks and start hashtag cancel Drew Gooden, I just want to remind you guys that this was 2006. And I was 12. I do think people should be held accountable for their past actions. I think it's important to acknowledge mistakes to show that you've grown from them, and I'm sorry for some of the words I used. I was 12. But that being said, let's get started by reacting to Pathetic Hearts, Episode 1, Pirate.
なあ、許せないだろ。うん、腹が立ってきた。
So I guess the plot that I chose for this was that they're all trying to get in shape because one of their friends is fat. I don't really know. Then I just sped up one of the scenes as like a joke. We're now 4 minutes into the video and I've yet to chuckle even once, but maybe now that all the characters are outside, things will start turning around.
許せんもんよ。
なんだと?
頭の悪い会話だぜ。
This is incredibly embarrassing.
再現。
それはいい。腹を見せて降参すれば。
I'll give you guys a little sneak peek inside the head of a 12-year-old who's trying to be funny but doesn't know how to be. Random! If you can't do something funny, just do something random.
奴らはどこにでも現れる。 お前がキーブレードを持っている限りだ。
That's what comedy is. You just say something that doesn't make sense.
ロクサス、落ち着いて。
おいおい。
ロクサス、
そろそろ本気出せよ。
ロクサス、落ち着いて。
Was I like asleep when I edited that?
わからない。ただ写真が落ちてたんだ。
He has gorgeous eyes.
俺の部屋は、家は、島は。
It's pretty clear that like whenever I didn't know what I wanted them to say, I would just type out what their Japanese dialogue kind of sounded like.
リク、帰。
It's like the text version of bad lip reading, but less funny because it's the text version.
行ってこい。友達を探すなら。
Every time I start to think, okay, maybe this is the conversation where something meaningful happens, the very next sentence of dialogue is just a bunch of random nonsense words. I remember being so proud of these videos. I showed them to my sister, I showed them to my family, I probably tried to show them to my cats. I can't imagine the amount of restraint it took for my parents to pretend to think these were funny. My God. A little history.
What's the best kept secret to becoming a great singer? I'm going to answer that question in 30 seconds. Let's start that clock.
Lesson about this channel, Pathetic Hearts, is actually how I had to rebrand because my original channel got deleted by YouTube. I originally made an account. It was called Zigbar18, which is named after one of the characters in Kingdom Hearts 2. Made a few of these videos. I got like 40 subscribers somehow, which meant the world to me. But then one day I remember trying to log into my Zigbar18 account and seeing that my account was suspended. What I eventually figured out was that the reason I got banned was because of breaching the terms of service. Specifically, I put that I was 12 years old when I signed up for the account, and they deleted it because I was 12 years old. They let me make the account anyway because of some glitch, I'm assuming, and then when they resolved that glitch a couple months later, it just automatically deleted my account because I wasn't old enough to have an account. I did what any 12-year-old would do in that situation, and I immediately started crying. But ultimately, I ended up just making another account, which is why the very first comment on this video is Yays with a Z. Zigbar18 is back. Why did your account get deleted anyways? And I never answered his question. I was probably ashamed of my age. Like I said at the beginning, I made 27 of these videos. The first 10 or so are pretty much all the same thing, so I don't need to waste your time showing you guys that. Let's skip to Pathetic Hearts The Lost episode. This one is really funny to me because of the description. Keep in mind I was 13 when I wrote this. I found this collecting dust pixels on my computer, so I decided I'd upload it out of boredom. Pretty bad. That's because it's old. I was like 11 when I made this, LOL. I think the funniest thing that kids do is overestimate how much difference 1 year makes. Like, that's the kind of thing you would hear kids say in school all the time, like, oh, I was so dumb when I was 11. Oh, how old are you now? 11 and a half. What's also funny to me about that is like, so as a 13-year-old, I was able to see this and recognize, oh, this is so bad, this is so cringy, while still uploading the same exact kind of videos. There's no difference. You're not funnier now. Now, this may actually be surprising to you, but I did get a small taste of internet fame with this channel. You see, I haven't talked to you guys about my most popular video yet, called Winnie the Asshole. That's right, this bad boy has over 5,000 views. And really the whole joke with this is just that Pooh says a bunch of curse words. To me, the most amazing thing about this channel is that I managed to do this for over 2 years. Like, it started in the summer of 2006, shortly after Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. You remember summers in school, you had all the time in the world to do anything. So I pumped out a bunch of these during the summer. Then you'd think once school started again, I would have just kind of dropped it, but I continued to do it through the rest of middle school. But that being said, the only way to get better at something is to practice, practice, practice. So with all this practice, obviously my most recent videos are gonna be really good, right? Let's watch the last one I ever made, Remembrance. I actually put some thought into this one, and I think it's one of my best.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't know about that. As much as I regret everything I've shown you guys today, the most embarrassing part of my old channel isn't even the videos, it's the playlists I made. Here's where you get some real insight into the mind of a 13-year-old Drew Gooden. These playlists are titled Music Videos, Music Playlist, Funny Videos, Amazing Videos, and Smosh. You guys want to hear the description of my Music Videos playlist? Music Videos. Thanks for reading the title, moron. Oh shit! Okay, dude. Point taken. Let's see what kind of music you listen to, since you're such a badass. My Chemical Romance and the Jonas Brothers. Everything's starting to make sense. The only silver lining with this YouTube channel is luckily every video is only text. I never showed my face and I never used my voice, but that's because I looked like this and sounded like this. So I think it's safe to say Pathetic Hearts was a huge success, both creatively and commercially. I made so much money off that YouTube channel. But that was only the first step of my grand vision that I had for my own YouTube career. Even back in 2007, I was still very conscious of brand continuity. It's very important. So I vowed that no matter what type of videos I created, they would always fall under the Pathetic umbrella. Pathetic Hearts was Kingdom Hearts. Pathetic Films was an account I made and never uploaded on, but it was supposed to be my live action skits that I came up with, but was too embarrassed to film. Thank God I didn't. And finally, Pathetic Scape, centered around, of course, RuneScape. There's nothing really that funny about this channel. I never fully committed to it. I didn't make attempts at comedy like I was doing with the other channel, so I won't talk about it long, but I do have to point out, just like with the other channel, the playlists I created are hilarious. There are only 2 user-created playlists on this channel, and they are as follows: Great Videos and Dane Cook. Even better, the Great Videos playlist is just videos that I uploaded on my other account. And of course, one My Chemical Romance song, but we don't have to talk about that. So what did we learn today, guys? Well, for one, we learned that if you're 12 years old and you're thinking about maybe posting something on the internet, don't. Don't even think about it, or you'll spend the rest of your life regretting it. We also learned that My Chemical Romance fucking bangs and always will, and we learned that if you're trying to write a sketch but you can't think of anything funny to say, just write something random and it'll work just the same. Sorry to interrupt, Drew, but the pancake president is here and he's pissed. What? But I already paid the syrup tax this month. You didn't hear the news? They doubled it last week. Oh, zoinks. Oh, crap sandwich. Crap hot dog. What am I gonna do? I don't know. You're more screwed than a zebra taking a math test. I know. I'm more screwed than a can of milk at a fart factory. Yeah, you're more screwed than a baby pig taking a math test. Yeah, I'm more screwed than... Wait, do you need help with math? I noticed you were dropping some hints. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I know what might help. Ever heard of Skillshare? Skillshare? That's right, Skillshare. The best online resource out there for anyone trying to learn, well, anything. Whether it's algebra, how to make a fried chicken and waffle sandwich, or even Halloween DIY edible fake blood, it's all available to you on Skillshare. Well, gee, Drew, that sounds great and all, but I don't got $1 million to pay for something like that. That's the best part, guy. An annual subscription is only $10 a month. In fact, you can even get 2 months of premium access for free if you're one of the first 1,000 people to sign up by clicking the link in the description. The description of what? My YouTube video? Oh, the RuneScape one? Oh, this one. Get out of here. Okay. I use Skillshare pretty much whenever I need help with Photoshop or video editing, particularly After Effects, because no matter how hard I try, I just can't get the hang of After Effects. So having a reliable online resource I can go to learn from people much more knowledgeable than me is fantastic. And even if After Effects isn't something you're interested in, Skillshare has thousands of online classes, so whatever you're trying to learn how to do, there's a pretty good chance Skillshare can help. Once again, link in the description. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and helping support my channel. Well, guys, that's about it for today. I gotta go deal with the pancake president, which is just the cost of living in this alternate reality written by a 12-year-old boy. But before I go, I do just want to thank you guys one more time for Has this said 1 subscriber the whole... It was supposed to say 1 million. That's a typo. I'm sorry. Well, too late to do anything about that now. Oh well. Thank you again, guys, for 1 million subscribers. You guys are incredible. Thank you for all the support you've shown over the past year, 2 years, 2 days, however long you've been following me. I couldn't have done this without you. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about how lucky I am to be in this situation, how grateful I am for the people like you that have helped put me in this situation. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm gonna go take a shit, so I'll see you guys next week.
What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of Teen Time, the coolest show on the internet for teens, hosted by me, a 25-year-old man. Today we're going to be talking about the movie Swiped. Why, you might ask? Well, because everybody told me to talk about the movie Swiped. I don't really know if Swiped counts as a low-budget movie. I mean, it's not a blockbuster by any means, but it does have some pretty big names in it. It has the mom from Good Luck Charlie. It has Noah Centineo. Noah Centineo, the king of really weird tweets. When your business meeting becomes a spiritual meeting, her waves, me faints. So I guess he has some sort of serious medical condition. Swiped is a movie about dating in the modern age, the age of swiping left or right to find bae. It's a movie mainly marketed towards teens about dating in the modern age, written by a bunch of adults. So you know it's not going to be preachy at all. Also, before we get started, make sure you guys get tickets to our... What's up, Greg? It's me, Danny, back with another episode of Welcome to the Trash House. The show where my house is completely covered in trash because I'm moving, but you just don't mention it, please. I always get comments about how I need more stuff in the background anyway, so there you go. There's a picture and some garbage. How's that for decorations? Are you happy now? So before we get started on the main part of this video, the main meat of this video, there's two things that I want to say. First off, this video is sponsored by Audible. If you want a 30-day free trial, go to audible.com/GregForLife or text Greg for Life to 500-500. If you do that, you'll get a free audiobook and a free 30-day free trial. The second thing is a little update to my last video. So I know most of you by now have probably seen my last video where I talked about the Scherer family. You know how most of their videos are about that pond monster? Well, they also have another like subplot that's been going on in their videos. Basically, Steven Scherer one day discovered an abandoned safe in their house. They have a lot of videos about this abandoned safe, and they're all such clickbait. Freezing abandoned safe, liquid nitrogen, breaking into abandoned safe, smashing abandoned safe, crushing safe with monster truck. Do you want to know how many videos they have about this abandoned safe? I just searched Scherer safe and I counted 15. And how many videos do you think there are of them actually breaking open the safe? There's none. They never break open the safe. Anyways, he uploaded another video called Breaking Open Abandoned Safe Drop Test. And the thumbnail is, look, they're up high on the scaffolding with the safe and they're gonna drop it. So I watched it, and this has gotta be the worst video ever. So I guess their house is like under construction or something. They're having some work done to the outside, so there's all this scaffolding on the outside of their house, and they figure, oh, we have this abandoned safe that we're trying to open. Let's bring it up high on one of the scaffolding things, and then let's drop it off. That'll probably open the safe, right? So as you would imagine, the first 8 minutes of this video are just nothing.
Grace! What are you doing? Grace, you're not supposed to be up there.
But then they finally get up on the scaffolding and they get the safe up there. And right away, they just start over-exaggerating how high up they are.
Gosh, oh my goodness. Whoa, whoa.
They're probably 7 or 8 feet off the ground. You can tell because, like, the dude who's holding the camera is holding it at eye level, and they're like 2 feet higher than that. But they're acting like they're terrified that if they fall, they're gonna die. And the acting is just so bad, per usual. And do you want to know how the video ends? Well, with dropping the safe, of course, right? And it cracks open, and they finally figure out what's in it, right? No! No. They get too scared of how high up they are, and they come back down. And that's the end of the video.
Steve! Whoa! That was a lot harder than we thought.
It's a classic Scherer family strategy. They get you hooked with a great clickbait thumbnail and title, and then they wait till the very end of a long video to do the thing that was in the thumbnail and title, and then at the end of the video, they still don't do it. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting update to the Scherer family saga. It was something that I wanted to include in a video, but I don't think it deserved an entire video about. So now let's get into the main meat of this video. So I've always thought that I couldn't really make a video Googling myself, because when other YouTubers Google themselves, the things that come up are net worth, height, where they were born, and where they grew up, and where they went to high school, and all that stuff. And I've never really revealed all that stuff on the internet, so I'm like, well, obviously there's no articles about it then. But it turns out that there are, and the way that there are is they just make all those things up and then they post it in an article. So I had an experience with a website like these a while ago. It's called Famous Birthdays. A lot of people are aware of this website because it's sort of like a Wikipedia page for like internet personalities, of which I am one. I went on it one time and it said my birthday was like June 13th, 1994, which is one day off of my actual birthday, June 12th. And I was so confused because I was like, how did they get it so close without getting it right on. Like, it was a very good guess, but now I found this article on famedstar.com, which goes much more in depth on the details of my life. I mean, just scrolling down this, it's like a fucking spreadsheet on my life. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it. It's got a little description of me at the very beginning. Danny Gonzalez is an American famed star who is best known as former Vine star. He had amassed more than 2.8 million followers on this app, but unfortunately Vine shut down its service. Actually, Vine shut down his service in 2016. I didn't know Vine was a boy, but I always thought it was a girl. All right, now we're gonna get into the good stuff. Personal information. If you were gonna try to steal my identity, this is probably where you would look. Name, Danny Gonzalez. Nickname, Danny. My nickname is just my first name without my last name. Hi, I'm Danny Gonzalez, but you can just call me Danny for short, because you know how most people just call each other by their first names? Yeah, you can just call me that, that's fine. Occupation / profession, YouTube star and singer. I didn't know I was a singer. Gender, male.
Yeah, that's true.
Age 24 years old. Now this one is actually pretty impressive that they got right, because most people think that I'm 13 years old, but I'm actually 11 years older than that. Okay, I like this part. Education information. Qualification? Is he qualified to be making YouTube videos? Well, he did graduate with a degree in computer science, so no. Where he did his schooling? Not known. But where did he graduate? Oh, from Georgia Tech. They're like, we don't know where he went to school. All we know is that he graduated from Georgia Tech. There's some weird contradictions in here. This next part, marital status, unmarried. Wife name? Laura. He doesn't have a wife, but his wife's name is Laura. Then there's a section with my achievements. It's got all of my social media followings, but I really like this part where it has songs, because it has Spooky Boy, Beef With Me, Dab on the Haters, Greg, and then it also has Dentro de Me, which if you haven't been to my Spotify page, this was recently fixed, but there was this other artist named Danny Gonzalez who sings songs in Spanish who was posting songs to my Spotify page somehow. So there would be all of my songs, which are like comedy rap songs in English, and then there were just like 2 songs by this guy who sang like mariachi Spanish songs. It confused a lot of people. Now this next article is my favorite. It's on a site called Heightline.com. It's called Danny Gonzalez Biography, Age, Wife, Family Life, and Other Facts. I really like the 2 pictures they used for me here. You sort of get a sense of my range of characters that I do. You know, you've got this one character who looks like concerned and pensive, and this other character who looks like upset and thoughtful. I'm trying to think of how best to describe the person that wrote this article. I think that they're 6 and a very big fan of me. You can tell from the very beginning. As a child, Danny knew he was meant to be an internet star. That's true. I knew that I wanted to be a YouTube star since I was 6, which is crazy because that was 5 years before YouTube was invented. The internet personality finally got an opportunity to show the world his creative talent on Vine in 2013 when his first video captioned Target headphones like what's up hit the internet, launching him into immense popularity. Yeah, the very first Vine I posted where I was trying on headphones in Target and just testing out how the app worked launched me into immense popularity. You'll get to know more about him in this piece. Don't worry, it's not done yet. You'll get to know more about him. We know all we've told you so far is that he's wanted to be a YouTuber since before YouTube was invented, and that his very first Vine video launched him to viral success. But you'll get to know more about him in this piece, don't worry. This article is broken up into several sections. The first section is called Danny Gonzalez's Biography, Age. Here's where we're gonna learn my life story. You know, I don't really like to get too personal on my social media accounts. I don't really talk about my private life that much, or, you know, my background and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see what this article knows about my personal life. Danny Gonzalez was born in Illinois, Georgia, in the United States on June 12th, 1994. So nothing. They don't know anything. Man, I remember those days sitting on my porch in Illinois, Georgia, just wondering, where the fuck am I? The star may be loud about his career, but when it comes to issues about his private life, he usually keeps them under wraps. I may be loud about my career? What is that supposed to mean? Like I'm always tweeting shit like, I'm a famous YouTuber! I'm a famous YouTuber, I have a lot of subs. Now we're gonna get into the sweet stuff. Family life. Wife. Danny is married to a pretty young woman, simply identified as Laura. She's just simply identified as Laura. She doesn't have a last name or a middle name. Her government-issued identification is Laura. She is very supportive of her husband's career, as she sometimes appears in his videos. Wouldn't it be funny if it was like, she is not very supportive of his career? You can tell when she's in his video. She's like, fuck this. Fuck him, and fuck YouTube. You can get to see her on Danny's viral video, Girlfriend Does My Makeup. Oh, and there's a little picture of us there. There's no available information about the year and location the couple tied the knot. More so, the Viner has yet to reveal if they have given birth to a child or not. I like the insinuation that if we had a kid, we would make a video saying that we had a kid. But if we didn't have a kid, we would also make a video letting you guys know. Hey guys, we have some exciting news. You know, there's been some rumors and speculation going around the internet lately, and we just want to say that the rumors are true. We don't have any kids. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. From what we gathered, however, Danny and Laura are the best of friends. They are in love with each other so much and can be said to be each other's perfect match. I like how it's like, we really don't know anything about their relationship. We don't know when they got married, if they have kids or not, but we do know that they are madly in love with each other and they're each other's perfect match. Other facts about the Vine star. He is a musician. Gonzalez is not only popular face on the internet, his name sure rings a bell within the music community. Yeah, if you ask anyone in the music community, my name sure rings a bell. Though his music career is still growing, he has released some songs and is planning to drop more in the near future. Some of Danny's viral hits include Beef With Me and Dentro de Me. God damn it. The channel boasts more than 600,000 subscribers. No, it doesn't. Okay, guys, this next one is my net worth section. Now, I don't usually like to flex on you guys. You know, I have a very humble apartment with no decorations. In fact, it's full of trash. But I do have to admit that this section in particular, they hit the nail on the head. I'm actually pretty impressed with how well they were able to narrow this down. While some sites reported that his fortune is valued at $5 million, others claim that his fortune sits between $500 to $600. While this will make it a little bit difficult for us to tell you how much he has amassed from his online career, we are positive that Danny boasts a sizable net worth. Again, I didn't want to flex on you, but my net worth is somewhere between $500 and $5 million. So sorry to flex on you guys again, but you know, it's already in the article, so you could have read it there yourself. This next section is called Body Statistics. It starts off with this small little paragraph that I think sums myself up perfectly. It is generally believed that one of the reasons that the YouTuber has so many female fans on his side is because of his good looks. Of a truth, Danny Gonzalez is amazing and hunky. He is blessed with distinctive features that make it impossible for any lady not to love him. I am blessed with distinctive features that make it impossible for any lady not to love me. It's my nose, isn't it? That's the distinctive feature. I knew it. And then it goes into a little bit more detail about my appearance. It starts off with simple stuff. The hunky internet star stands at a height of 5'11" and weighs 70 kilograms. That's actually pretty impressive. I'm 5'10", and 70 kilograms is like 154 pounds, and that's about how much I weigh, so those are both pretty accurate. But then it goes into even more detail. I would say a frightening amount of detail. His body measurements are chest 40 inches, waist 31 inches, arms 14 inches, and his shoe size is 10. Like, why the fuck would you ever need to know that? Is this site for people who are trying to build like a life-size replica of me? Is that even, I don't even know if that's true. I don't know my chest measurements. Chest 40 inches, 35 inches. Guess I'm not quite as thick as they thought. Waist 31 inches. At the very least, I should give you guys accurate measurements so you don't get led astray by this fucking article. My waist is 32 inches. My arms are 14 inches. 21 inches. I thought my arms were 14 inches? That's like this long. That's the length of my forearm. That'd be like if my arms were this long. He flaunts a set of beautiful blue eyes and brown hair. Then the article talks about my birth sign being Gemini. It has a whole section about my ethnicity where it says, we don't know his ethnicity. And then it ends the article with a nice little happy ending where it says he currently lives in Atlanta, Georgia with his beautiful wife. Which isn't true. Uh-oh, you know what that means? It's time for a word from our sponsor, Audible. Ugh, what am I gonna do with all this stuff? Guys, I know I mentioned this already, but I'm moving soon. In just a couple of days, me, my wife, and my dog are gonna be driving from California to Illinois. We've got all our stuff in boxes. We've got board games, card games, and board games packed up in boxes. Guys, if you've ever spent 30 hours in a car before, you know that spending 30 hours in a car sucks. Just take it from Peanut. But one thing that can make car rides a lot more bearable is listening to a good audiobook. Audible is the best place to listen to audiobooks. It's an app you can get on your phone. They have thousands, maybe even more than that. I have no reference for how many audiobooks they have, but the amount that they have is insane. You can listen to them right on your phone. It's so crazy even my dog's getting excited about it. Honestly, a little bit too excited. That's enough out of you, Peanut. Gosh, one thing I've always wanted to do is read the Harry Potter books. I've only ever seen the movies because I'm a piece of millennial trash and I don't like reading. But since I've got 30 hours in a car where I'm not doing jack shit, I'll probably just listen to it on an audiobook. Plus, Laura won't let me read books while I drive because she's a jerk.
Okay.
Do you want to know the best part? Come with me. You can go to audible.com/GregForLife and get a free 30-day trial and a free audio book. That's right. I'm talking Gatsby. I'm talking Harry Potter. I'm talking Catcher in the goddamn Rye up in this bitch. Head on over to audible.com/GregForLife or text GregForLife to 500-500 and start your free trial today. And claim your free audiobook. Now, I better get back to packing. Where does this go again? In my mouth?
Oh my god.
Right. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to join Greg. We're the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Don't look that up. Thanks. Thank you probably Haley for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I get all my belongings, pack them up into bags and boxes, I shove it in my mouth, I get all big and fat with a big jiggly belly, and then I walk from here to Illinois where I'm gonna start my new life with an apartment full of partially digested belongings. Bye!
Huh.